Hi guys, as you can see we're at Okayama Circuit today. We're going to be racing in the MX-5s, and although I qualified in 5th, I'm going to have to start from the pit lane. So let's see how far I can get. Hello, Nardo is starting in P1, Murphy P2, Kim in P3 with us in 5th place. But as we join the start of the race, you can see our empty grid slot of P5 as we'll be starting from the pits in last place. As the lights go green and all cars get off the line, everyone's had a good start to this one, hold positions into the first corner. Oh, and then Nardo's lost it there. It looks like he's taken out the P2 man of Murphy as well. Both out of this race already. Nope, Nardo's carrying on, heading into turn 2. Now Nardo's been taken out. We've lost both the top 2 already. I think that may have been Cottingham. That was Cottingham in P2 now. He's the one that caused that crash with Nardo. Right, we're heading down the back straight, and it looks like the number 7 car of Chung's got a slipstream of the car ahead, Seelick. He's surely going to make a move coming up into the hairpin. There he goes, he's pulled to the inside line. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Oh, it's Chung spun it out. Here we go with Ko. He's up into 11th place already. 3 cars now out of this race so far. There's quite a gap ahead now. We've now got a yellow flag ahead. That's Seelick facing the wrong way. That's 4 cars already gone on lap 1. Goes now up into 9th place, and perhaps he could still manage to get a top 5 in this race. Here's some action-packed replays for us. Here's the first corner. You can see Nardo's just lost the rear end. Collides with Murphy there, taking him out of the race. Somehow everyone's avoided Murphy, but Nardo's continued on. As we go into turn 2, and Cottingham's just caught out by the speed difference, and he just clips his rear end. That spins him around, and that'll be a big impact. He's going to end up in the pits with that one. Here's the onboard with Cottingham then. You can see the contact ahead as Nardo takes out 2nd place Murphy. That's why Cottingham's able to get alongside. It looks like he's actually pulled out of the move, but it's a poor exit from Nardo, and then there's the slightest bit of contact. Cottingham can't react, and that's just taken Nardo out. Perhaps that's a bit of karma there. Later in the lap now, and it's Chung in the middle of the picture we were watching. He doesn't quite get it slowed in time. He misses the apex, and Seelick would have left him just enough room, but there's a little bit of contact. Chung loses control and spins it out. Now for the final instant of the lap, and this time it's Seelick who's just got too greedy there. The rear end and span it out all on his own. Okay, we're back to the action now, and we're following the pack in front of Ko as this group of 5 cars are fighting hard. Number 3 now making a mistake. Ko just squeezes past there. That was old Enzo. He made that mistake. Ko's now up into the top 7. Here's the replay of old Enzo then. Oh, it took a little bit too much curb probably. Luckily everyone's managed to escape him round the outside. Oh, and there's another car off in the gravel there. That's Costa. He was running in P3. That mistake sees him drop all the way down to P7. He's on board with Costa then. Just a little bit too much speed. Can't get it slowed down. He somehow kept the car running in a straight line. It's good car control, but it's early in the race, and so he's lost multiple positions as we see Ko just fly past him there. On lap 3 now, approaching the back straight, and the battle ahead between Junior and Lopez is really starting to hot up now. Lopez has got a better exit with the slipstream and he'll make a move now. There he goes, he pulls off to the inside. Hits the apex beautifully, and that's how the move should be done. Barnes now looking to follow him through. Junior's just far enough ahead to keep 4th place. Skipping ahead to lap 4, back on the back straight. You can see Coe's catching up. Lopez goes defensive, and Barnes is going to use that slipstream to take the inside line as well. Junior's powerless. He's hung outside on the outside, and he has to leave the space for him. Junior's starting to dislike that hairpin, I think, now. And that's Lopez. He's spanning to tag Barnes. Barnes has lost his front bumper. Suddenly, Junior's back up into 3rd place as you speed. Barnes' bumper bumping around. No, Junior's lost the rear. He must have got overexcited. Giving it too much gas and the car spun out. What a crazy few corners and a crazy race so far. Here's Lopez then. He just starts to lose the car. Overcorrects, causing him to collide with Barnes. Barnes loses his bumper and Junior squeezes through. He's on board with Barnes. Yeah, he's too much pressure. Almost collected Barnes. He does see his bumper fly off. Junior goes down the inside. Junior's rear end then steps out. Barnes will be thankful he could avoid any more contact there. Oh, what a few corners. So here's Junior. He must have felt like Christmas came early, only to throw it all away with that costly error. Now you can see Coe's moved up into an unbelievable 4th place now, with 3/4 of this race still to go. Here we can see Coe is trying to chase Barnes down and get a podium position. Barnes clearly has damage, and will it be affecting his performance? Okayama's a 4-hour drive away from Coe's last race in Suzuka, and it was opened in 1990 as a private racetrack for the wealthy. It has hosted 2 F1 races, both won by Schumacher in the 94 and 95 seasons. And that's number 8 in the background. That's Murphy losing control and dropping down to 7th place. He's on board with Murphy. He's gone a little bit wide through Revolver. And then as he goes into Piper, he's finally lost control. He's just span it out. There's another angle of that. It's just untidy. He qualified in P2, so without that mistake, he could have been world challenging Coe and Barnes before the end of this race. As we rejoin halfway through this race now, and Coe's a lot closer to Barnes. The only real overtaking spot is the hairpin, so we're going to have to stick close through Williams and the Moss S's. Just taking a peek on the inside just to keep that pressure on him. Now we just need a good exit through Atwood Curve. Now we just got to tuck in behind. You can see how powerful the slipstream is in these cars. Coe dives down the inside. Barnes is slightly later on the brakes. We've got the apex. And Barnes is in the mirror. There's a huge counter steer there. Oh, Coe makes it stick, and that's P3. As we switch back to the main camera, and Barnes won't give this place up easily. He's not close enough into Redman Corner. Now Cove's going to have to look to build a gap. As we approach the end of lap 6, Cove's now moved up 9 positions since the start of this race. Here comes the replay of that overtake as Coe moves to the inside. You just can't hold the position on the outside of that hairpin. Such a short run before Revolver is always going to be Coe that ended up in front. Skipping ahead back to the straight on lap 8 now. Barnes is stuck with Coe. He's now within 1/10 of a second. You can see here it's a fast entry for Coe, so there's no way Barnes is going to get through in this one. That pressure is on though, with Barnes filling those mirrors. Coe's just created a little bit of a gap, so we're going to skip ahead to the start of lap 10 then. And Barnes has closed that gap again with laps running out. He's going to need to try and make a move soon. You can see that Coe's pulled to the narrow defensive line. Just run it out a little wide there. But he's going to have the inside through Williams. And there's going to be no way through as we go through the Moss S's. Now this is the most important corner of the lap. Try and carry as much speed through. Straight away we're on the defensive line immediately. Make sure we keep the inside of the hairpin. Barnes is going to have to take to the outside now. He wasn't quite close enough. Coe's going to fight hard for this third position. Look how close Barnes is. He's all over us in the mirrors. Again, Coe's going to go defensive. Barnes is alongside now. Gets a nose ahead. As you can see, the leaderboard change on the left hand side, but the inside is enough, and Coe holds on to this position yet again. Into the final corner, and there's only 2 laps remaining. We're going to skip back ahead to the back straight. Barnes isn't quite as close to this time, so Coe can take the normal line. Barnes has carried so much more speed through Revolver and Piper, so he's all over us again. Coe's going to have to go defensive here. Pushing each other so hard. That's a mistake from Barnes. One of them was bound to crap. He's trying to keep as close as he could, that the rear tyres wouldn't take it, and he's turned it around. Here's the replay. Barnes using a lot of that curb on the inside at Hobbs. And on the exit, as he tries to power out the corner, the rear end just steps out on him. That looks like Paco's going to end up with 3rd place this race. We're going to rejoin on the last lap, and it's the 2 leaders battling it out. That's Kim in the number 10 car and Cottingham in the number 6. Cottingham, who has been right at the front since the incident with Nardo at the start of this race. He's now challenging for the win as we go around Atwood Curve for the last time. This is his chance. He has to take the slipstream. He's going to be forced to take the outside line. And there's contact. They've come together. P1 and P2 collide as they exit the hairpin. We jump on board with Co. You can see the smoke ahead. Kim's rejoining, but there's a gap. There's a gap. Co's taken the lead of the race. He's checking that relative, probably in a bit of disbelief there. There's only 3 corners to go. Here's one of them. You can see he's got the gap. It's going to be a win for Esco Sim Racing. Through the final bend. That's the win. That's P1 for Co, P2 for Kim, P3 for Cottingham. You can see just ahead, that's P4 Barnes. Close battle for 5th with Oldenslow taking it ahead of Costa in 6th and Murphy in 7th. Then comes Zaborowski in 8th, Chung in 9th. And Seelig's going to take 10th spot. Here's the replay of that final instant. Cottingham gets quite far ahead, but Kim's got the inside line. Looks like Cottingham loses it a little just as they exit the corner trying to get the power down. He tags the rear end of Kim. Fair play to Cottingham. He's waited for Kim to rejoin, but we're not involved in that and we slip between them, taking the lead. He's on board with Cottingham then. Probably thinks he's done enough, but he gets too eager on the accelerator, just tags the rear of Kim. You can see here as he stops and waits for Kim to rejoin. We fly past to take the win. Fair play to Cottager for that one. He could have easily won this race, but in the end he still takes a brilliant 3rd as we see Co kissing fingers as he crosses the finish line. Here's the final results then, and all there is left to say. See you in a few laps. Thanks for watching.